Hey guys, my name is JessiMew, and welcome back to Slime Rancher. In the last episode, we spent some of our very first days on our brand new ranch, and we also made some new friends in these adorable little pink slimes that we found hopping around the place. We sucked them up into our vacpack and we sent them in their first corral, though we did need to upgrade their walls pretty quickly because it turns out these guys are very mischievous. They're very gluttonous too because they love to eat us out of house and home, but they will also jump out of their corrals if given the chance. So I think we'll be okay now that we have actually upgraded their corral. We shouldn't have to worry about them jumping out anymore, so we should be able to explore pretty freely today. We actually want to find all of these items in our range exchange machine. Thora West gave us our very first quest. We need to find her 12 carrots, 1 phosphor plort, and 1 rock plort, and then she'll give us all of these items over on the right. So this seems like a pretty darn good deal to me. I mean, I think I'm most excited about the roostros, because that should mean since we have so many hens wandering around our ranch, if we make them a coop, we could probably make some tiny little chickadoos of our very own. And that would give us a way to sustain this pesky tabby slime too, because this guy's gonna want to eat meat. Now, I think we probably should leave him behind so we have the extra room in our backpack. We're definitely going to leave the heartbeats behind, so I'll go ahead and chuck these right over here. We probably actually want to make another garden for those because we haven't seen too many of them around. But the tabby slime, I am going to very tentatively put inside this corral with all of our pink slimes. Now, I'm a little bit worried that he is going to jump straight out of here because we know how high the tabby slimes can already bounce. So, oh my goodness! Oh my goodness, he ate one of the plorts. I didn't even think about that. Look at you now. Oh my gosh, we are going to have a corral absolutely full of these giant pink tabbies when I get back. Oh my goodness, you guys. They are so huge too. You are going to be all over the ranch, aren't you? We have a Largo now. There's just more to love. Largo slimes are large slime hybrids formed when a slime eats a plort unlike its own. Vac to keep them on your nozzle or shoot them to send them flying. And look at this. So he's a little bit too big for us to actually vac up like the other slimes, but we can send him flying straight back into his corral, and you guys are going to jump straight out of here, aren't you? I am very concerned about this. My concern was that they were actually going to eat all of our chickens, these little tabby slimes, and now I am even more concerned than I was before, but at least we'll have plorts when we come back. Plenty of plorts for us to actually sell off for those new bucks. So for now, let's just try to gather up our carrots. We'll try to ignore the fact that our ranch might be in a completely different state when we come back. And let's see if maybe the carrots are over here. Yeah, there we go. I was a little bit worried that all of these pink slimes were going to eat them first, and apparently I had a right to be. You were going to gobble up all of our carrots, but we need 12 of these. So we need to keep our eyes open so we can grab them before these gluttonous slimes do. Here's some more over here. Let's suck these up really quick. We only need one more, and I think that's it. There we go. We already found all of the carrots that we need. So now we need to find some different types of slimes. We need to find the rock slimes and the phosphor slimes. So they should look relatively similar to the plorts that we saw on the range exchange machine. So I guess we need to find like a blue spiky slime. Oh my goodness, is that the phosphor slime too? I think it is, and it looks like they are already gobbling up all of the other pink plorts just like our tabby slime. You are very quick. Yeah, this is a pink phosphor slime, so if we could find something for you to eat, then we could actually suck up one of his plorts. It says, well, he's going to eat anything now because he is technically a pink slime, so if we could find another carrot for you maybe, or one of those fruits. I guess I probably should have kept a little bit of a fruit on me just to feed them. Oh my goodness, they're even out here. Look at you. They can fly too. That is really cool. I guess that's why we would need the ceiling on some of our corrals. If we wanted to keep these guys in, then we would probably need something to actually contain them, to turn it into a little bit more of a cage. But I don't think we actually have any food over here, so we're going to have to explore a little bit deeper to find something to feed them, because of course we don't want to give them all of our carrots either. That would not be a good thing because we need, oh my gosh, they're so cute. They are absolutely adorable, and yeah, look how high they jump. They would definitely fly straight out of our little corrals. But yeah, we need these 12 carrots, so we can't actually spare that for you right now. Now, I don't think we went down here before, did we? This definitely looks new. Okay, there's our rock slimes too, and it looks like we have tons and tons of rock plorts. Whoa, little guy. Whoa, you were getting very, very close, and I have a feeling if I actually touch these guys, they're probably going to hurt. Oh my gosh, look at that combination, the phosphor slime and the rock slime. Okay. A little bit too excited there. They are going all over the place. They remind me of Sonic the Hedgehog too, with their spikes, those little dashes that they like to do. But we do have one of these little H things over here, so let's see. This entire cave system was sealed off from a cave-in when I first discovered it. Maybe that's why the fellas up ahead are so grumpy. Haven't had a bite in a long time. In any case, don't let that long-awaited bite come from your own rump. Bring some food to calm them down from H. Okay, so there's something a little bit menacing up here, it sounds like. Something that we might not want to investigate right now, especially as we don't exactly have any extra food on hand. But let's just take a peek. Oh yes, some very, very angry slimes. Those are some of those pink phosphor slimes, actually, the Largos. Okay, so we have to bring something that the pink phosphor slimes would like to eat, and we know that that's technically anything. So once we have a little bit of extra food on hand, we will definitely do that. But for now, let's just suck up some of these extra plorts that we have lying around, and let's finish our very first range exchange request. Oh my gosh, I love these little guys. They are so cute. Absolutely adorable. I can't wait until we can keep them on our ranch too. But like I said, we probably want to make sure that we have a place with the ceiling first, because otherwise they're just going to fly away straight into the sky. So let's see, are all of our little slimes still inside their corral? I think they actually are, and it looks like we only have 3 of these Largos so far. I think they may have actually eaten most of their food. It looks like they only have a couple more of those fruits left, so that's probably why we don't have all of the Largos in the land inside that corral. It seems like they might be trying to stack up on each other's heads too. That's a little bit worrying. Hopefully they're not going to all jump out now, but first, let's make sure that we give Thora West all of these items, because I definitely want some little roostros on our ranch too. Let's give her one of these rock plorts, and then our one singular phosphor plort, and there's all of our rewards. Whoa, that's one way to do it. Let's suck up these guys before they end up running away on us. The roostro struts his stuff like he's the king of the coop, and we definitely want a coop for them. So let's sell off all of our little slimes too, our little plorts rather. We'll sell these off so we have some room, and then we'll pick up all of those other things, and then we might actually be able to make another one of those gardens. That would probably be a good idea. Yeah, look at all those new bucks. Those rock plorts actually give us quite a good profit right now, so maybe we do want to pick up some of those little rock slimes for later. We can gather up all of the plorts in here too. Luckily the Largos actually give us 2 different types of the plorts, so we can gain even more new bucks from all of our giant pink tabby slimes. Oh, they are so adorable, and they look so happy too. I'm glad they're at least enjoying themselves, so we don't have to worry about that too much. They all seem very, very satisfied with their living arrangements. So there we go, almost 800 new bucks. I think we could definitely spend a little bit on a garden and a coop. Let's do the coop first, since we do have the roostros on hand right now, and I think up here might be a good spot. I'm just thinking, like, if those guys do end up escaping, then we want them far, far away so they don't munch on all of our chickens. So let's make our coop way over here. It only costs 250 new bucks, so we'll purchase that right away. Oh, look at this. There's even a tiny little nest. Yes, I bet we'll be able to have our own little chickadees if we put our hens in here too. 4 roostros. You guys are looking, I'm a little bit stunned right now, actually. A little bit stunned. Very, very surprised to be on this new farm. I hope they had a good life at Thora's farm too. I'm sure she took very, very good care of them. And it looks like we don't have another quest just yet, though I would imagine we're probably going to receive it maybe around noon. I do remember them saying that we needed to complete the quest by noon on the next day, so I would imagine that's probably when all of the quests are going to tick over. But for now, we can put our 3 lovely hens inside the coop as well, and hopefully that means they'll be safe from any wandering slimes who might be looking to munch on them. And we could even give them a little bit of a tasty treat at some point too, because I'm sure the tabby and these slimes would really enjoy a nice chicken treat every once in a while. Now with all of our leftovers, let's make sure that we make another one of those those gardens too, so that we can have all of these heartbeats safe and sound inside the garden, because yeah, look at this. All of our fruit is already going bad over here. So we definitely want a way to preserve the heartbeats before they go bad too. This means that we'll also have a special little garden for veggies too, since we have one for fruit over there. So if any of the slimes tend to prefer veggies, then we can feed them heartbeats. Whoa, that was a really, really high jump. I'm actually shocked that he didn't get out of there. I have a feeling we are probably going to get to the point where eventually these Largos slimes are going to jump right out of their corral. So I wonder if we should look into like maybe the ceiling on the top, the air net. Yeah, an air net is a force barrier that covers the top of the corral. It can take a few hits before needing to recharge, so theoretically, that would keep them penned in so we wouldn't have to worry about them causing havoc on our ranch. We don't have enough plorts for that though, so I wonder if we could actually make a new corral, because then we could bring some of those rock slimes into our ranch too. Yeah, it looks like we have just enough for a second corral, so why don't we go ahead and purchase this, and then we can go try to find some of the brand new little rock slimes that we had wandering around the world before, and we'll bring our fruit this time too, just in case we come across anything that needs to be fed. Because you guys actually mentioned that gold slime that I found last time, we can't keep. We were supposed to feed it until it gives us the gold plorts, so we kind of missed out on that golden opportunity, no pun intended, but at least we'll know for next time. Now I believe all of the rock slimes were over the bridge, right? Yeah, right over here, there was this bridge that we kind of went across, and there they are. There's all of those little rock slimes again, rolling around the place, of course, just like before. And here's where all of those carrots were too. So do they like carrots? Yeah, it says their diet is actually veggies. The rock slimes, these slimes are totally metal. Very, very nice. Let's suck up a couple of them actually, and we'll leave the pink slimes here because we don't really need you guys right now. There's even nests way out here for all of those chickadoos and hen-hens, but it looks like the pink slimes may have gotten to it first. Oh, are those some hen-hens back here? Yeah, they are. Let me save you guys from the wrath of the pink slimes. Oh my goodness, look at that guy. He was ready to completely consume all of the hen-hens. So we just barely saved these two from their fate as the pink slimes breakfast. We might as well bring them back to the brand new coop that we made so that they can stay in there with all of our other hen-hens and our roostros. And then hopefully we'll have plenty of tiny little chickadoos to introduce to our tabby slimes. And there they are, happy as always. We're just missing one little slime down here. This is the only one who hasn't actually eaten one of the tabby plorts, right? Everyone else has. Oh my gosh, you are definitely bouncing out of there at some point. You are definitely going to get out. There is no way that they are going to stay in there. I mean, they can jump so high. The cats could jump high anyway, but now that they're so big, it is definitely a concern. But let's put our hen-hens in here so that they're nice and contained and hopefully far enough away from those guys that we won't have to worry. What can we actually do for upgrading their walls? Great for keeping chickens in and hungry slimes out, the high walls. Okay, that might be a good idea then. Knowing that those slimes are probably going to escape, we might want to do that. Some spring grass? Spring grass attracts scuttlebugs that chickens just love to eat. With their bellies full, hens will produce eggs twice as fast. Oh, the little chickadoos then. Okay, very, very good. So if we need more chickadoos, then we know to upgrade it to the spring grass and the vitamizer, the very latest in advanced poultry tech. The vitamizer bathes the chickens in vita rays, allowing them to grow into healthy hens and roostros twice as fast. So we can speed up the natural process if we get all of those upgrades. But for now, it's probably much more important to make sure that our rock slimes are all settled inside their own little corrals. So hopefully these guys aren't going to be doing any escaping, because I don't exactly have enough new bucks to make you guys higher walls. I guess we'll find out though. What on earth are you doing? What on earth was that about? They must be, oh, they're saying hi to our little slimes, aren't they? Our giant pink tabby slimes, actually. We should probably grab up all of the veggies. Did one just jump out? Did one just go flying? Oh my goodness, he went absolutely flying. That is not good. That is definitely not good, because if these guys end up eating any of these little rock plorts, then they're going to turn into tars and we will have a terrible situation on our hands. So we have to keep a very, very close eye on all of these slimes to make sure that they don't get out and they don't eat any extra plorts. They're all playing with the fruit too. They're not even eating it, they're just playing with it, just like the carrots from before. I remember the tabby slime that we found inside the box like to play with the carrots. And it looks like we have some new star mail. So let's send a couple of these heartbeats into the corral with the rock slimes, and we'll definitely make sure we gobble up the plorts before we leave. Then we can go sell these off and see what that brand new star mail was from, did it say Victor was his name? Something along those lines? Let's find out. If we go inside our house, then we should be able to read all of our new mail. Our brand new mail from Victor Humphreys. Salutations, Miss LeBeau. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Victor Humphreys, professional slime rancher, slime scientist, and amateur musician. My understanding is that Miss West has already informed you of how the range exchange works, so I will spare you of any further education. Instead, I'll illuminate you on what you can expect from my own requests. As a slime scientist / rancher, I have tremendous interest in the liquiform legion that we share this vast range with, the slimes. My studies often keep me from venturing out on the range daily, and when I find myself in short of a particular species, I use the range exchange to fill that gap. Don't worry though, I will reimburse you handsomely for your efforts. Good luck in your new venture, Miss LeBeau. I look forward to seeing life breathe once again into the former Twillagers Ranch. Sincerely, Victor Humphreys. P.S. I once lost my most favorite fiddle while fleeing a feral boom slime. Its value is only sentimental, but should you find it, I'd very much love to be able to play it again. Okay, so not only has he given us some brand new range exchange quests, it sounds like, but he also wants us to find his fiddle that he lost while he was running away from feral slimes. So that is something that we'll have to look out for, I guess. But there we go. So this guy, this Victor Humphreys guy, apparently likes us to collect actual slimes for him. So Thora West only wanted the plorts, but if we give this guy 6 of these phosphor slimes, 8 rock slimes, and 16 normal slimes, normal little pink slimes. That's a lot of slimes. Like, what on earth is he doing with all these? Studying them, apparently. This is very, very suspicious. Then he'll give us all of this stuff over here. The pink plorts, the carrots, the pogo fruits. Not particularly valuable, but I suppose we could always do that. Let's just make sure that our rock plorts, or rock slimes rather, are all still inside their corral. So far so good, but I don't think we have enough for the high walls just yet. Yeah, we're just a little bit too short. Maybe if we suck up some of the plorts over here, we might be able to get those high walls. And then I will feel much, much better about potentially going out exploring again, because I certainly don't want to see all of those tars taking over our ranch once we leave. Let's go ahead and throw a couple more of these pogo fruits in here just in case these guys are still hungry, because we are so close now. We just need a couple more of these new bucks and then we should be able to upgrade those walls. There we go. This might actually do it. If I could get around all of these Largos. Oh, you guys, you are absolutely everywhere. We have 5 of these guys inside the corral too, so we'll have to keep that in mind, because if they do end up getting out, then we're going to have to chase them down before they do turn into those tars. But there we go. That is just enough for the high walls, and just in time too. It looks like these two might be hatching a little plan. It looks like they're trying to use each other as like step ladders almost to get out. That is a bit worrying. They are getting very, very smart. So let's purchase those high walls so we won't have to worry about that anymore. And then our little Sonic the Hedgehog slime should be safe and sound inside their corral. Though we need to feed them. We need to make sure that we have some heartbeats. There we go. It looks like they're all ready to harvest too. If we throw these inside their corral, then they should be very, very happy when we leave, and we won't have to worry about them getting too hungry and trying to venture outside. So here's all of your heartbeats, little guys. We have plenty of food in here for our Largos, and now let's see if we can find all of the slimes that we need, I guess. We'll go back out and suck up a whole bunch of those pink slimes. These are going to be very easy for us to find, actually, because they are absolutely everywhere, as long as they don't turn into those Largos in the process. Okay, so 13 of these pink slimes, and there's another one of those boxes too. Oh, perfect. Let's see, are we going to get another special slime from this box? No slimes, but what is this? A Q-berry. Delicate, sweet, and they never roll off the table. Excellent. So we have a brand new type of fruit to possibly plant in one of our gardens too. We haven't seen this yet, so this must be a little bit more rare, just like those heartbeats. We'll definitely want to put this somewhere safe. You guys did mention that if we make a silo, we can keep all of our different types of food fresh. We won't have to worry about them possibly going bad, so we'll place this up here for now, just for now so I don't lose track of it. And then hopefully if we gather up enough of these plorts, we can make one of those silos before the episode is over. Now let's see, we just need a couple more of these pink slimes, and it looks like this is going to be just enough. So let's suck up all of these guys, and then we might as well just put them straight inside the range exchange, since we are right next to the ranch, and that way we won't have them clogging up our inventory. It is a little bit tricky since you can only carry 4 items at a time, so off you go, little guys. Let's see, let's send them all inside. Oh goodness, we are clogging up this thing with slime. This thing doesn't look like it's going to work at all after this, but we still have to get the phosphor slimes, and we still have to get the rock slimes. It is getting dark again, so hopefully the phosphor slimes will be coming out soon, because it seems like they favor the nighttime hours. They all kind of popped out of the ground when the stars were in the sky and the moon was high, so let's see if we can maybe get a few to spawn. It's definitely sunset now, so I would imagine pretty soon they are going to start coming out. Now, I don't think there's any rock slimes down here, but oh my gosh, look at all of those chickadoos just flying out of their nests. It looks like the pink slimes are actually leaving them alone too. So apparently the chickadoos are safe from their wrath, though I suppose you can understand why. They are very, very small. It probably wouldn't even be a worthwhile snack for one of these pink slimes. If we go back up around this way though, then we should be able to get to the area where those rock slimes like to spawn. I believe it was just over this way, like usual. There we go. There's all those little blue slimes, and it looks like they're already eating each other's plorts again, so we'll have to be careful. And there's the phosphor slimes too. Excellent. So we have all of the slimes that we need over in this area. I guess next time we might want to explore down this pathway a little bit. This was where those evil slimes were, right? Those very, very, ow! What on earth? That guy kind of hit me as I was sucking him up. Okay. I am quite curious to see what is inside that cave if we go a little bit deeper. So we'll make sure that we bring some of our extra fruit along with us. We might as well suck up some of this too, since we do have the extra space. Now let's see if I could only find some normal slimes. Unfortunately, everyone, oh, there's one way over here. Let's grab him before he eats something. There we go. Most of them have actually eaten extra plorts, which is not very good for us because we need the normal versions of the slimes to give to Victor. Maybe if we go off this way, we'll find some more? I don't think we've been this way before. This definitely looks different, and we have these like strange crystal formations over here too. I did see something spawn over here though. Oh my gosh, all the tabbies are falling from the trees. Let me gather you up as fast as I possibly can before you eat some of those other slimes though. We don't want you eating those plorts. And one more rock slime ought to do it, right? I think we needed 8 of these rock slimes. These guys are going crazy, eating everything in their path. And this is where I'm getting a little bit concerned about the tars too, because we have so many different types of plorts. Let's see if, oh my gosh, there we go. One of them became a tar. So if I remember correctly, what we have to do with these guys, because they are going to destroy literally everything. Oh, that poor little tabby. We need to grab him and then throw him straight into the water because they do not like the water one bit. There we go. Goodbye, sir. Goodbye. We don't need you destroying our ranch. So I'm almost positive that this is all that we need, all of the different slimes that we need. But first, let's just very, very quickly activate this thing too, because I don't think we read this yet. I had a great big tree like this here one along the edge of my property back on Earth. It had been there before anyone could remember. It survived all kinds of change around it, and then one day I began to notice it was dying. Wasn't anything unnatural, was just its time, I suppose. And then I realized that if I didn't do something, I'd end up like that tree. I'd spend my whole life here in the same place. I wasn't going to let that happen, so I bought a ticket for the far, far range the very next day. So that's how he came to actually own this ranch that we're kind of taking as our own now. We're building up from the ground after he left to explore the rest of this world. I believe that was the story. He wanted to have one last great big adventure, so he left the ranch to us, and we were sent here by the 7Z Corporation to finish the job that he left us. And so far, I think he would be pretty proud of us. We've already found plenty of different types of slimes. We've already vanquished our very first tar too, so things are definitely looking up, and now we can give Victor all of these other slimes that he wanted to study. How are you guys doing over here too? You guys are doing fine, right? We have all of our tabby slimes. Now that we have actually seen a tar in action, I'm a little bit leery. But let's see, we'll go ahead and throw all of these rock slimes straight into the machine, clogging it up with all of your blue slime again. And then the phosphor slimes too. Oh my goodness, the little hen. Where did you come from, little guy? let's put you back in your coop. This would be a good chance for us to see if we have any little chickadoos too. Oh my gosh, we do have little chickadoos. One little chickadoo sitting right next to all of the hens. One of them is probably his mother, and there's another one, and another one over here. So many chickadoos. Excellent. So we are going to have an absolute ton of chickens, which means that we could potentially give some to our tabby slimes as a nice little treat. But first, let's finish this other quest back here. We need to give him 6 of these phosphor slimes, and then we get all of this food as a reward. So carrots and pogo fruits. At least our slimes aren't going to go hungry. At least we know we have plenty of food for them to eat. And I think I will put some of these carrots in here because look how much our rock slimes actually ate. Those are a ton of plorts. At least we'll have plenty of nubucks when all is said and done, and then maybe we'll even be able to put that ceiling, or that little, what did they call it, a net? An air net at the very top of our Largo cage. The value of the plorts are starting to go down because I guess we're selling so many, but it still should be a pretty decent profit for us. Let's see, there we go. 700 nubucks, excellent. So let's get that airnet right on this corral right away. The airnet, there we go. We'll purchase that, and now we shouldn't have to worry about these guys jumping out of their corrals anymore. So we definitely don't have to worry about any potential tars on this ranch. At least not until we give these guys an extra plort to munch on so we can get some more nubucks off of them. So what do you think we should change these guys, oh my goodness, into? These guys are so dangerous too. When you suck them up, they actually hit you with their spikes, so we'll have to be very mindful of that. But yeah, in the next episode, what we'll do is we'll take some food over to those very, very angry Largos inside the cave, and we'll see what we can find inside there, and hopefully we'll also change these little tiny rock slimes into something special too. But for now, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Bye guys!